All right, hello and welcome back for By the Hearthside, episode 3. I have Curbs with me and Major to go over everything and get everything ready. And I'm so sorry, I know it wasn't scheduled. I thank you, Flan. Yes, it's about time. I got a little tired, so I asked for it to be early, and then it was supposed to be at 11, so that was my bad. I'm sorry. We're going to start out today by talking about the Ambassador results.
Yeah, Ambassador team played tonight. For those of you who don't know, it was their first week in Risen. I do coach and run that team. A lot of you know who plays on that team. It's Cancer, Candle, Exodus, Yodigi, and Pop Tart are the starting five. We did try something interesting this week, and I think it's what we're going to do going forward. Basically, Cancer is playing mid lane, and Candle King's in the jungle. Tell me that's not backwards.
Yikes.
We did lose today. 2-1. The team they played was pretty good. Our guys fought really hard. The game went very long. If you have not watched the VOD yet, it's on Pop Tart stream. Watch the VOD. The last game is the biggest clusterfuck of a North American game I've ever seen in my life. We're talking the Nexus gets to 15 health. The inhibitor comes back. That shit happened twice. It was a hell of a game.
Why?
Why what?
I can't. Oh, never mind. We're good. Sorry.
Are we good?
We're good.
Yeah, that sounds exciting. I'm just
I'm a
sad
sub
that
for
I
that
don't
team,
get
by the
to
way.
be your bottom lane. I think you could do really well with an Iron player.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what I'm getting from this is Corky better than Pop Tart confirmed.
Corky better than Sammy confirmed.
Oh, Corky better than Sammy 2 Slap confirmed? I don't know about that one. Pop Tart, maybe. Just kidding, Pop Tart. You know I love you. It was a rough loss, but the guys did good. They played well. Give them your support. They're representing all of you. That's the big thing. So give them some credit.
All right, and we're gonna go into last week's TES game results. Now, last week was the first week, was it not?
It was.
Have I
Correct.
lost any time? Okay. Sometimes time gets away from me. Old age and all that.
Right. Absolutely.
But, yeah. So, how did you guys do? Let's start in Platinum.
So what did we have for Olympian League last week? We had the stream game was Syndicate Esports versus Baka Oni-chan. So we know Curbs over here shaking his head. Not happy about it.
Can't beat the Baka can't beat the script. That's all.
Baka can't beat the script, confirmed. Syndicate did win 2-0. It was a good game. A lot of us saw it on the stream. Kind of was a shit stomp. They did have a support main trying to play top lane, and he did not get to play Soraka top. So that's probably not the best case scenario.
Yeah.
I'm intrigued to see how Baka does when they get Lisk back this week.
Lisk is better. That's all.
Lisk is. I would agree. Lisk is better than the support main top lane. I would agree on that one. Also, I believe what was the other games this week, because the Plat League document's actually not updated. So 2 seconds.
I was gonna say, you can look at the schedule.
RKZ 2-1 DD Diddly Dongers. I'm never gonna get used to playing that game. That name. FYI, Voltsy, I'm pretty sure Galio's still dog shit. Just so you know. No judgment if you like to play it. I don't like him right now. Good games. I thought RKZ would win. RKZ's just been around longer. Diddly Dongers needs a little bit of work just to gel together. Doobies looked good. He played pretty well by the looks of it, right? Did Doobies play? No? Let me look. The Rady Carry played good, though. Just pick a bit. Yeah. Yeah, what are you going to do, though? It happens. And then the upset, though, the interesting upset that I saw, actually, was Lethal Elites, the new team, beat X-Force. Which I thought was interesting. If you remember my power rankings, X-Force, I put X-Force at 2.
No.
I did not rank Lethal Elites. So that's a little intriguing. Something to watch for maybe in like 2 weeks when we do power rankings again. Intriguing. Anything catch your mind, Corky or Curbs? Anything out of the ordinary there?
I will totally lie and say I stayed up late that night to watch all the games.
I am excited for the Baka Syndicate rematch in the finals. That's all I gotta say.
Oh wow, he's calling Baka Syndicate finals already. Curbs is just throwing it out there.
I'm pretty sure I called Syndicate as my.
You did pick him and pick him. Yeah, you did.
So.
We're not going to talk about Curbs' atrocious pick'ems this week.
No, we're not going to talk about Curbs' atrocious picks.
All right, so what do we got? Gladiator League next,
yes,
right?
Gladiator League. Yes. And
so,
I streamed. It was.
Wasn't it the Baka preschool game that you streamed?
It was Baka preschool versus somebody. People.
Baka preschool versus NGC, one of the new teams, not Greedy Corporation. New team.
Greedy Corporation.
They did get smashed by Baka preschool, which you're a new team. You get stuck playing against Baka preschool. Like that feels bad, man. Yeah. From what I was told, though, insider information, after they got smashed, the team said they were so excited to play next week they couldn't wait.
Yeah.
That they just love the competition. So, like, more power to them. I think they're going to do good. I'm really excited. Short of that, like, Unknown Challengers beat Syndicate. 2-0 expected that. NFG beat RKZ. That one's pretty expected. I had NFG at third in my power rankings. Scrub Kings Gaming did beat the admin team 2-0. That might catch some people off guard.
Yeah, but it didn't really catch anybody off guard.
Yeah. Scrub Kings, good lottery team full of a lot of veteran talents. Admin team definitely struggled a little bit. My most intriguing matchup from this one, though, is NTF, one of the new teams, right? Beat Interlogic 2-1. It was a hell of a game, but Interlogic's been around for a long time. So
they're not the same, but Interlogic's been around since the start.
Yeah, so and the new guys coming in on the block and beating them. And NTF likes to talk a lot of smack in the Discord, so I'm intrigued to see what happens next week with them. I believe they actually play the admin team Monday, so we'll see what happens. See if it's a fluke or not. I guess we'll find out soon.
Yeah.
Alrighty. The play-in results, apparently, and how wonderfully I did.
Pick'ems,
all of that, yes.
Type of that, yeah. So pick'ems this week, if you remember correctly, we do pick'ems every week. So the crazy thing from this week, everybody here knows Corky kind of just wings it. You know what I mean? And of course, Corky actually got 4 out of 7 correct this week, so she actually won pick'ems for this week. Overall, though, I'm still in the lead with 7 right, so 7 points. Curbs has 6. Kristen's in last place with 5 points. Curbs definitely did get last. Yep, Curbs definitely did get last place this week. So Curbs is the only person to not win a week of pick'ems yet. Interesting.
It's only been. It's okay. You know, we've only had two weeks, and
Somebody had to
but at the end of the day, I'm only 1 point behind you in the total. So,
but yeah.
No, 1. 7, 6, 5.
You have 7.
Oh, he's at 6? Yep. So, you might win a week eventually, Curbs.
It's fucking CLG's fault, man.
Curbs, you're done picking CLG.
We done with it. I'm done. Everything I said last week about CLG, it's over.
It's over.
Sell.
Sell. We're done with CLG now.
It's like
now it's Cloud9 and Immortals.
TES matchups this week, does any game really stand out, you think? I think the NTF game's intriguing. Versus, obviously, I'm a little biased because I obviously play for the admin team. So I think that's pretty good.
I am excited to see the game. I am.
Yeah, I think the streamed game is Scrub Gaming versus RKZ. That, I think, is going to be a hell of a game, actually.
That's what we're streaming on which day?
Monday. That's the Monday.
Okay.
I think that's going to be a hell of a game.
Yeah.
Which that is in our pick'ems later, so we won't go over who we think's going to win quite yet. I think the Baka Onichan Duke Diddly Donger's game is going to be really good for Plat League too, because that's a really deciding on who's where they're at in the middle of the table. You know what I mean?
I want to see admins get stomped again.
Thanks, Corky. We appreciate that all so much. So, all right. So, what's the pick'ems for this week? What's the games this week for pick'ems, Corky? If you don't mind me asking, I know you got them all written down.
Yes, because I did so much work into this, and I spent so many hours and days, and I made sure everything was 100%.
Thanks, Kristen.
You're welcome. The first one is CLG versus Team Liquid.
Is this it?
That shit show.
Is this it? Is this your you take CLG again there, Curbs? Or we sell?
I don't even know how you pick.
Team Liquid did get Bronxa back, and Team Liquid also looked like shit today.
Team Liquid, it's a double lift is the problem. Broxton played like ass, but double lift. I mean, Jensen is just in elo hell right now.
As everybody knows,
That's a hard
Sammy
one.
wants me to do CLG. I do whatever the stream chat tells me to do. So, sell hard CLG. Ooh, so I have 1 and 1. You guys make choices while the chat people tell me what I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna regret this,
He's gonna do it, isn't he?
but I'm gonna take CLG. This is the week. This is the game CLG turns it around.
Major is gonna take Team Liquid as always. Who do you got, Corky? Come on, you're a deciding factor here.
Alright, well, I see that 3 people say I should not choose CLG, but so I guess I'll do Team Liquid.
Team Liquid it is, okay?
Yep.
So Curbs again still on the CLG train.
Actually,
Don't
let me
worry,
correct
it
this.
looks like Sammy is with you. So
I am not
maybe
on the
you
CLG train. I am on the not Team Liquid train at this point.
Okay. What's game 2, Corky, if you don't mind me asking?
TSM versus Fly.
Ooh,
I'm
that's a good one, actually.
I think I'm taking TSM. Like, yeah, they lost today, but they have been looking really good.
I'm
Alright,
also gonna take TSM.
Yeah, I'm gonna take TSM.
Okay,
TSM.
Sammy says TSM. I need to know TSM versus Fly. They want me to sell TSM.
Like, TSM looked really good today for 5 minutes, but
That's the problem with TSM. We get to that later, though.
So, and what did you choose?
I also took TSM. Me and Curbs both took TSM for this one.
Alright, it looks like I am as well. Zerobi and Lisk and yeah.
I think sell means they don't want you to pick TSM.
Well, Zerobi says sell, yeah, but Flan said TSM, and then later he says it, and he says that TSM is better than Fly, and then
we do
Sugarbun
have
says,
TES pick'ems tonight. We only do the streamed games for TES normally, though. All right. So what's the third game?
the third game is Immortals versus EG.
I'm gonna go with Mortals. I mean, EG looked really good on paper, but I've not really, before the season started, but I've not really been too impressed with them. And Immortals is looking really good right now. So
I really want to counter argument this really bad, but I feel like if I take EG, I'm kind of trolling myself. And I like to win, so I'm also gonna take Immortals.
I mean, they look really, like, I'm actually pretty confident.
They look clean. Yeah, they look good.
Perfect says EG all day. Zazel's coming for you.
What do you think?
I have 3 in chat for Immortals, so I guess that's what I'm gonna do.
Immortals it is, okay. What's the fourth game?
Fourth game is Fly versus 100 Thieves.
Is that a Monday game?
Yeah, that's the Monday game.
That's the first Monday game?
Yeah. That's a hard one, actually.
I'm
gonna take FlyQuest.
Fly versus 100 Thieves.
I'm gonna take FlyQuest here.
I'm gonna take 100 Thieves.
Okay, we have 29 viewers. You better say something to me.
I'm taking 100 Thieves because this could be the decider for us this week, and I'm so 50-50 on the game that I'm gonna go the opposite just because that might put me in the lead over you.
Right.
I have 100.
Because if I would have picked first, I don't know who I would pick, honestly.
100 Thieves. Corky?
Yes.
That's a hard one. That's the hardest game this week in my.
I think the rest are kind of gimmies.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one is EG versus C9.
C9.
Yeah. You can't argue that.
He's got what? Sven's got like 84 KDA right now. It's fucking insane. Like they're just playing. Like I don't know if y'all watched the game today. I mean, just fucking the whole team is just spectacular right now. Like.
Well, who you got, Cork? Cloud9 undefeated train continues, or do you think they get upset this week?
Alright, so I have 1 and 1. Sammy, I think, is just trolling me at this point because
I don't think I would trust Sammy for pickups. That's my personal opinion, though. Because I think he's trolling you.
Not everyone. Sugar Bun did say C9, but you know what? I have to choose EG because perfect build and
Oh, if we get this one wrong, I feel like she legitimately just wins pickups.
I give up if Cloud9 loses to EG. I give up. There's no way.
All right, so what's the next one? These are the TES matches, right? If I remember correctly.
TES pick'ems now. Major said, we only do the ranked games, and so it actually turns out both. It's gonna be kind of weird because they have a Olympian team and a Gladiator team, but the first one is RKZ versus SKG.
So this is the Gladiator match. This is Scrub Kings Gaming versus Rainbow Kittens Gold Team.
Yes.
I have scrimmed RKZ's Gold Team, and I've played against Scrub Kings Gaming last week. I have faith in my boy Notes and my buddy Kraken, so I'm going to take Scrub Kings Gaming. Sorry, Smalls, you know I love you, but I got to take what I got to take here.
I am taking SKG as well on the basis, on the condition that Notes plays Swain top lane. If he doesn't play Swain top lane one game, I'm going RKZ. But no, I'm going SKG. I really like Notes. Notes has been around for a while. I like Kraken as well. So
Notes is out for the week.
Notes is out for the week.
Yeah.
Like actually, or is that?
I don't know. Maybe.
Interesting. Yeah, Notes actually plays very insane when he gets that out.
I have 3 votes for SKG, so that is what my deciding factor is.
Okay. So what's the...
Notes is out next week.
Nope,
Dr. Soulgood just got it from 420.
Does anybody know who's playing instead of Notes?
Their backup, they might put Lumu top and then put Adina support, I'm assuming, or they might put Lumu top and put Mighty Leech as support is probably what I'm assuming they're going to do. That team's still pretty good. I think Kraken carries them. I think they'll be okay. I still take them.
All right, that's what a couple people still say that they'll take SKG even without Notes. Yeah. Next one is Rainbow Kittens Platinum versus Leaf Elites.
This one's a hard one, honestly.
So, this is our Olympian one.
This is a hard one, actually.
Ooh, Sammy says Leaf.
Corky, you go first. What do you think?
Black Swan says Leaf. I always have to go last because I have the chatters voting for me. Zerobi says
Curbs, what do you
RKZ,
think?
though.
This one's a hard one.
Leaf, RKZ.
I
Ooh.
don't. I know, you know, we've already had a week and what happened last week, but I just don't know enough about Leaf yet.
I have 3 for Leaf. I think I might be Leaf. I have 2 for
I'm going to go RKZ. I'm going to go Rainbow Kittens.
This is a really hard one, actually, because Leaf Elites did beat the team that I had number 2.
Right.
Obviously, I don't expect teams to go undefeated, so there's a lot of reasons they could have lost that game. I know Topside did get became a problem, a weak point, which when we discussed power rankings, I said that was probably going to be the weak point for X-Force, and they really punished it. Whereas I don't think they're going to be able to do that with RKZ. I think RKZ is a very rounded team. If I had to do power rankings today, I would probably put RKZ second right now, honestly. So I'm also going to take Rainbow Kittens plat team.
I'm really hard to decide because I literally have 3 and 3 right now as far as what the chat is saying. I will take Leaf Elites.
Makes sense. Those are some hard games. There's actually some.
Yeah.
The TES games were actually really hard. Like the LCS games were a cakewalk compared to the TES games, honestly.
Yeah.
All
All right.
Now we're going on to the topic of whose fault is it? These are... Look at Curbs' face. He's so excited.
He's so excited for these questions.
All right. TSM has been underperforming for multiple seasons and has a habit of taking highly sought-after players and having them struggle, but once they leave TSM, they look good again. Also, always seems to have an issue with late-game shot calling, so is this TSM's management's fault, or is this one, dear gods, learn how to spell,
Consistent.
player?
Bjergsen. That is a hard name to pronounce if you don't know it.
This is the number one Reddit question on TSM's Reddit thread every season. The big question comes down to TSM gets these players, Sven, prime example, Svenskeren, prime example. They get these players that come over, they look really clean, they come play for TSM, they suck it up, they get shifted over to Cloud9, they're good again. And everybody knows Bjerg's their shot caller. He's the consistent one, and they've always struggled since Double Lift left to shot call. So the question is, which one? Who do you think, Curbs? Who do you think's at fault here?
I don't think it's as easy as this or that. I think a lot of the blame does go to Bjergsen, but I also think a lot of the blame goes to TSM management because I know it's a meme. I don't go on TSM subreddit, so I don't know what they're saying about it. But I mean, it's always been a meme that TSM is Bjergsen and four walking wards, and like the jungler is just a moving ward. And you've seen multiple times where TSM has this talent on their team. A lot of times in the jungle position that they can take over games and they can carry games, and they're basically relegated to Bjergsen, ward bot, basically, like ganking machine or war bot or whatever you want to call it. But I mean, I don't think Bjergsen's as good as he once was. I'm not saying he's washed up or just garbage and doesn't deserve a spot. I still think he's a great mid, but I think they need drastic like just from the ground up changes. I think a lot of it could be maybe Bjerg shot calling or how he wants his team run. But I mean, management can be at fault too because I think they help perpetuate that. I mean, Bjergsen obviously can hard carry games, but I think the time of Bjergsen's team and letting him kind of do whatever he
1v9
wants should be over because like the game really isn't played that way anymore. Like Bjergsen, I don't think is that good to do that anymore. I'm not saying he's not good, but I don't think he's at the level that he was. And I just think that, like you said, they get these players on their team that are so good and they force them to play TSM Bjergsen style instead of like management and the coaches, playing to their strengths. Like I know it's a meme, but the whole like talent suppression machine TSM. But I mean, I think it's got a lot of truth to it. Honestly, that's how I feel about it.
I have a lot of agreement on that. I still think Bjerg is a top 3 mid laner in NA. I definitely think that. I totally think that. The biggest question with that is the talent in North America mid lane is actually way higher than it was 2 seasons.
Right.
Obviously, can we still get NA mids? No. But do we have imports left and right that are actually pretty good? We do. So it's not like it was before where it's Bjerg, Jensen, everybody else is dog shit. You know what I mean? And they just run all over everyone. So, exactly. But the biggest problem is like, Bjerg is actually part owner of TSM now.
Right.
Like, in his last contract, he actually got ownership stakes. So it kind of makes it really hard at that point because, like, it's like when Hotshot used to play for CLG, in my opinion. Like, he calls a shot, what are you going to tell him? No? Right. You know what I mean? How are you going to tell the guy who owns the team no? You know what I mean? And I think that's the problem. I'm also going to say it's Bjergsen's fault. Obviously, Reggie's a huge problem. But I think you have to look at the consistency. Maybe they should have just never got rid of 2016 TSM, and they wouldn't have a problem. But that's besides the point.
I mean, I don't, like I said though, but at the end of the day, I don't think it's just solely like a get rid of Bjergsen and it's fixed. Like, yeah, Bjergsen's been there consistently for all their failures, but he's also been there consistently through all their successes. Like, I don't think it's as simple as get rid of Bjerg. Like you said, I still think he's good. I don't think he's top 3 mid right now. I'm not saying he couldn't be, but just looking at it in total, I don't put him as a top 3 mid player. But I think if you start from the ground up and rework the way this team fundamentally handles himself and their team and the games, I think you could change that. Like, this team has good players on it. Like, this team has potential. Bjerg still has potential to be a really good mid laner, but you can't treat the rest of your team like wards. Like, you know, I know it's easy to kind of like, for me to like reference the memes or whatever because they're everywhere, but like they've got a lot of truth to them. Like, I know it's like funny, like talent suppression machine and the 4 wards, but they do have a lot of truth to them.
They do.
All right.
I don't know.
Give us the next question because Curbs wants it.
I will talk.
All right. Team Liquid is underperforming due to many reasons, but the big reason is Doublelift has proven time and time again how much he hates Senna, but they keep putting him on it, so whose fault is it? Doublelift, who's a world-class ADC, not being able to play Senna, or the coach's fault for constantly putting him on it when he can't play it?
You can tell who wrote that question. That is so fucking, such a loaded fucking bias. The way you wrote that, so biased. I don't think Senna's the issue. Like,
the world-class ADC.
Yeah, like, that's so
actually,
fucking loaded.
You're gonna really appreciate my opinion for this.
Or the
No, look, alright, look. Like, I do follow the Team Liquid subreddit, and it was Shernfire's fault, and then it was Senna's fault, and then like, Doublelift does not look motivated. Like, he's not playing, like, a lot of solo queue compared to a lot of these other players. Like, you know, I don't think, like, obviously I don't think he's performed great on Senna, but I don't think that's the issue. I don't think him and CoreJJ look motivated. Like, I don't think they're, you know, everybody, most Team Liquid fans are saying, oh, there's no point in trying with, you know, the shit show that was Shernfire. We're just going to wait for, you know, Broxa to get here before, you know, it's spring split. Who cares? Like, there's no more championship points. It doesn't matter. Like, I don't think any of that matters. Like they got, like, that was last week. Shernfire actually played really good, and then, you know, at like level 2 or 3, Doublelift and CoreJJ die with no jungle intervention to FBI and Keith. Like, yeah, he was on Senna then, but like, that should never happen. Like, Keith is Keith in a different role than he's been playing for the past 8 years or however fucking long he's been in Academy, you know, ADC, and FBI is FBI. Like, that should never, under any circumstances, happen. And then today, you know, you have Doublelift not on Senna. You have Broxa here, which I'm not putting this on Broxa. He got here yesterday, I think, or the day before. Like, he's been here 48 hours or some shit. I don't think that game's on Broxa, but he's picking Lee Sin, and he had, like, I saw the overlay, the infographic earlier. It was like 64 damage at like 15 or 16 minutes or some shit. It was embarrassing. Like, and he's like 0-3, and like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm not, like I said, I don't think that's the real Broxa. I think Broxa's going to be a lot better. He's going to improve, and, you know, like we've talked about.
You never answered the question, though.
I don't even remember the question.
The question is it his fault for not being able to play it, or is it the coach's fault?
Doublelift. I mean, if the question is just about Senna, that's a silly question, I think. But I mean, in general, Team Liquid's performance is a woe of their bot lane. Like, 100%. Jensen has looked perfectly fine pretty much every game. He's had a few slip-ups, like today. Like, we talked about this earlier. I just think he looks like he's in Evo hell right now. Like,
I want to get in on this one.
No, I know you do. But I ranted a little bit, but I think this is a pure bot lane problem. Like, jungle's obviously an issue, but that sorts itself out. This bot lane issue doesn't just sort itself out, like, magically.
Okay, the Senna problem is 100% on Doublelift. I am the biggest Doublelift fan, probably personally. Everybody here knows this, how much I'm a Team Liquid fan. I love Doublelift. But you are the best AD carry in North America. Most people will argue that. If there's an argument, maybe they argue he's second best. But still, the only people that say that is Cloud9 fan. The point is, he's still the best AD carry in North America. You have to be able to play what's meta. That's just how the game works. It's just like when Jensen couldn't play Kiana at Worlds last year. Remember that? Where he just couldn't play it because he never learned it. He just didn't want to, etc. I get it. Management, play to your team strength. You are right. They should play to the strengths. We should be back to Zaya, Rakan, Kai'Sa, whatever. Play strong bot lanes. But as a world-class AD carry, I watched the game today. The team they played against banned 3 AD carries and left Senna up. Trying to bait Team Liquid into picking it. They didn't pick it. So what'd they do? They banned every single other AD carry that's viable. And then Doublelift ended up playing what Doublelift played today.
Who did he play? I don't remember.
I don't remember yet.
Chat, who did Double Up play today?
I know he played against Ezreal. Altec was on Ezreal.
I gotta look it up. Chat just suddenly quiet.
Yeah, so like that's a big problem. Like I get it. Management puts you on something, but when like teams are like purposely banning
Like Callista.
Yeah, when teams are purposely banning every single
Why are you picking Callista first
team
off?
ban every single champion around you to the point where you have to pick Callista instead of just picking what's actually strong, like that's a problem. You know what I mean? You can't do that. Team Liquid as a whole obviously has their own issues. I do agree. I think the biggest problem is Spring Split doesn't matter. And I think that's honestly the biggest problem.
It does matter.
But it doesn't though.
It doesn't matter for Worlds, but like it matters for MSI. Like it's still we'll say that. MSI is still a big tournament.
But
like you cared last year when TL went to.
I do care, but as a pro player that's won the last 4 splits in a row, for them
that's an international event. Like yeah, it's not Worlds, but it's
I don't know. I just feel like they don't care.
Event.
And like I'm not saying Team Liquid doesn't make a run in the
you would have brought up if TL won MSI, you would be talking about
of course. As a fan for sure.
But
like
I do understand it's an international event. Like I don't like the changes either.
I'm not saying that Team Liquid doesn't come back in playoffs once Brox has been practicing all split and they don't do well. I'm not saying that doesn't end up happening.
I just want to let you know, Brittany just texted me. She overheard me and said, "Yeah, he absolutely freaking cared what TL with the MSI."
So the point is that I feel like the Spring Split changes are absolute dog shit. They're terrible. I completely understand why people would not care, and why even try. You've won 4 splits in a row.
I'm with you. I don't like the changes either. I like championship points. I like Spring Split mattering for Worlds, but at the end of the day, Spring Split isn't useless, like, at all. I don't agree with that.
Okay, next topic.
Oh, alright. I guess it's my random topic that I get to choose from.
Ooh, I do have one more topic for you, too.
Alright, then you do your one more topic.
Alright, Curbs. I was thinking, we were talking about this earlier. If you had to pick an NA team, no imports, all North American talent, to take to Worlds and get shit stomped, but you know what I mean. Who plays where?
Liquor's top lane.
No brainer. It gets really hard now.
Because I'm trying to move from top to bottom. That's where it is.
Yeah. So who jungles?
Probably some mid. I want to say Blabber, but I don't think I take Blabber to Worlds on it. Like dead ass, honestly.
I think you have 3 legitimate choices. I think you have Xmithy, Dardoch, and Blabber.
I don't think I take Dardoch, and to be quite, I love Blabber. I think he's front runner for MVP right now. Maybe that's my bias, but he's playing out of his fucking mind. But I'd probably take Xmithy.
Okay.
Like if I had to go right now to Worlds, I'd probably take Xmithy.
So who's mid?
Can't pick Niski.
Nope. I think you have your 3 realistic choices are Golden Glue, Pole Belter, and probably Damonte. I would count Damonte.
Does it Jit get residency this year?
Can't be imported at all. Residency doesn't matter. So you can't pick Major, you can't pick Jensen.
Fuck. Golden Glue's got experience at least.
mid lane NA talent, boys. We really arguing.
He played a game in Worlds. I don't know. As high as I am on Damonte, I can't really take an academy player right. I think it's a travesty. But right now, I don't think I could take Damonte. Damonte deserves a spot in the LCS, but I don't think I could. He's basically doing nothing in academy.
What are you thinking? You take Golden Glue over Pole Belter?
Oh yeah, that was even.
All right, so I'm assuming double if's your AD carry. Just random assumption.
Yeah.
Okay, so who plays support?
It would be sneaky, but look how they did my boy.
Okay, so who's your support?
Probably Bio. I don't know. I like Zazel a lot.
Vulcan's also an NA player. He's from Canada.
I probably don't take Vulcan right now. I mean, I think Vulcan and Sven are just smurfing on every other bot lane, but I probably don't take him right now with double lift. I probably Biofrost double lift. No, I'm not taking. I'd probably take. Fuck, it's hard, man. Who do I take with double? I don't know who would be best with double lift.
Afro, old school.
No, absolutely not.
Afro's lost.
I'm one of those people in Twitch chat that spam this fire to make Afro retire.
Okay, so who do you got? Come on, quickly.
I don't know, man. Zazel. I'll take Zazel.
Okay, so mine: Licorice, Dardoch, Demonte, Double Lift, Biofrost. I think if I'm gonna go to Worlds and lose anyways, I'm gonna take my boys with all the carry potential, and at least I think who knows, maybe Dardoch or Demonte pop off on Kiana Ring. Crazier shit has happened.
Right.
You know what I mean?
That's hard. Like that. No iteration of that team goes very far. I don't think.
No. That's why we have to actually take.
I don't think any iteration of the NA only, like not counting, residency, like they literally have to be NA homegrown. I don't think any iteration of that.
That's why when people complain about imports, it's like, honestly, if we didn't have imports, like NA would be such a bad region compared to what it is now. Like our we put out good supports, we put out decent top laners. You know what I mean? Our jungle pool is not terrible, but after that,
but besides like your Licorice and I don't even know who the fuck else you throw in there. Like nobody's competing with like your cons, and, like Licorice can kind of hang in there, but like after that, we just don't have very good homegrown talent.
I do like the background.
Yeah, I do like the direction that NA's going. Like pushing more for like collegiate, like leagues, and like I've seen they're doing a lot of like high school stuff even now, like high school actual like riot sanctioned high school leagues. I think that'll help. I don't think that just turns us into Korea overnight, but I do like at least that they're pushy for that.
Okay, so Corky, random topic, give it to us. What do you got for me? I know you've been thinking about this.
Yeah, I don't even think I read them all.
I gave you a couple suggestions, but you can name anything you'd like.
Curbs, do you think Syndicate has a clear path to finals now?
Yes, I do. I actually after the game, I went into their team chat and I apologized for my it wasn't really slander. I really wasn't negative on Syndicate as I was positive on Baka, but I do think they made it pretty clear that they're still Syndicate. They're the team to beat. All their who's doing what issues aside, they looked really good, and I think they do have a clear path to finals as of now. It's obviously early, but that is my early prediction, which is a total 180 from what it was last week, but they impressed me.
Reasonable.
Major?
I think that I agree. I don't think any game's free. I don't think it's like, hey, we can just sleep now. But like, I think that if you're any other person in Olympian League right now, that's the game you are circled. Like, the problem with Syndicate, and they have to understand now, they're not the hunters anymore. They're the hunted.
Right.
Like, every single person wants to beat them now instead of the other way. There's no overlooking them. There's no anything. Like, the teams that actually care, Baka, etc., like RKZ. These are going to be the teams that are going to be, like, looking through their match results, seeing how they're doing, finding weaknesses. And it's a whole different ballgame. I think they're still the best team in Olympian? For sure. No doubt. But
yeah, they're not.
They really have to, you know what I mean? Like, they're going to be after you guys now.
You kind of just look at them at, like, before this splits, Team Liquid, like, that was, like, the gold standard. That's it, like, you beat Team Liquid, and it's like, all right, that was, like, a really good win. Like, obviously, every win's a really good win, but, like, they are the reigning champs. Like, they have proven they're still here to play this split, and it is obviously very, very early, but they're not unbeatable, but they are the team to beat.
Agree.
Did you want me to do another topic? Because I do have an idea. I do have a thought.
If you got one, give it to me. We got time.
So I heard that Final Fantasy Remake comes out in April. I want to know, are you more excited for that or Diablo 4?
Final Fantasy Remake. I'm sorry, I'm a Final Fantasy junkie. Final Fantasy VII is one of my favorite games of all time. The remake looks beautiful. I cannot wait to watch, spoiler, Aerith die to Sephiroth in HD high def. I can't wait to cry on my bed. I'm excited. Let's get it.
I don't really have it. Cool. I've played Final Fantasy VII for like 2 hours on like the PS1 one time, I think.
Kurt has nothing for it.
I remember there was like the little golden ostriches you could ride on. Maybe I'm misremembering that.
Yeah, that's a chocobo, by the way. Yeah. Okay, better question then.
That was pretty cool.
No, see, I like D4, and I have been so hyped that I've been playing D3 the past week. And I know it's not going to be until the end of the year, but I want it.
Better idea? Fuck both those games. Give me the Resident Evil 3 remaster, because that's what we really want. Let's go.
Better idea. Fuck all of that. There's a Diablo Path of Exile clone out now that just came out called Wolcen, Boards of Mayhem, and it is actually fantastic, and I recommend it.
It's Diablo.
And it'll hold you over till it's a Diablo clone. It's like Path of Exile or Diablo, but it's fantastic. Like Sneaky was playing it, and I actually went and got it. It'll hold you over till D4 if you're a Diablo guy. I'm not a huge Diablo guy.
Well, you might have to send the link for me. Maybe I'll pick it up. We'll play.
Send it to me.
Fantastic. It's like a kind of watered down PoE, because I thought PoE's like the whole skill web and all that, like it was just entirely too much. It's not as much like super min maxing, like, you know, rip a fucking build off of Google for PoE. Like, I don't know. I'll send you stuff later. It's really
send me stuff later. Oh, new my top random topic. Tell me how Curbs went from Silver 2 back to Silver 4. Let's go, Curbs.
Hey, Major, what's yours?
Also Silver 4. Me and Curbs are brothers. Let's go.
I'm at like 10 LP Silver 4. I've won 3 of my last 20 games, guys. I don't send help.
Send help, please help us. We need help.
I'm like literally op.gg right now. Like I'm fucking in a slump.
Yeah, it's bad. It's bad right now.
I'll come over and help you guys.
Thanks, thanks, Corky.
It might be close. Like that might be a viable. Like I might get passed by.
So what are you thinking, Corky? A couple of Q&As before we call it night?
Sure, we can definitely do that. We do still have about 20-some viewers in our chat right now. So, if if anybody has any questions, comments, well, you guys have been commenting, so
Oh, that's a lot of L's, Curbs. Maybe Graves was not the answer.
My first game without a Graves, I popped off. And I was like, wow. I even messaged Feel Good and was like, hey, this is lit. And then I lost like 30 in a row.
Who is the big spoon, Curbs or Major?
Oh, Major for sure.
Major
on
for sure.
Body weight.
It's not even.
Yeah, that's not even. I'm pretty sure me and Curbs are sharing a bed in Texas for LCS finals. We about to snuggle. That's besides the point, though.
That's a silly question.
That's a silly question.
It's so funny because everybody bet on Curbs being the big spoon.
No, definitely. I am definitely a big spoon.
Yeah, you guys are wrong, 100%.
We did do the streamed TES predictions. Yes, we do not do other games usually because it's too many games to keep track of for pick'ems. Or if you have an actual question for one of the games, let me know. We can answer it though. It is Q&A.
Yep.
Can we get the who wins Interlogic UC?
Yeah,
Unknown
Graves.
challengers.
Graves
Unknown
is
challengers
not
to
the play,
us.
Black Swan. Apparently, Graves is not the play.
What do you got? What do you think? Interlogic, Unknown Challengers. Who you got? I got Unknown Challengers 2-0.
Yeah, probably.
Unknown Challengers. Strong.
I don't know if it's.
Good.
Yeah, probably 2-0.
Baka Preschool or Unknown Challengers?
They do not play this week, so I'm actually going to leave that one alone because that's going to be a good game. I'm excited for that one. NTF or We Don't Get Paid. I play for We Don't Get Paid. I'm their mid laner. Everybody knows I'm Major, so if I can, if we can figure things out, and we'll see how it goes. NTF looks good. We'll see. Baka versus DDD. I said that was the most interesting game, actually. I think Baka makes a comeback. They have Lisk back. I do think Baka makes a comeback. I think Vaulty needs to stop playing Galio. What do you think, Curbs?
Agreed. I think Vaulty's too good to be on Galio duty.
Yeah, I agree.
That's like putting,
You can't put Doobies by himself to carry.
That's like Cloud9.
You're legitimately trying to ask the guy to 1v9.
Right.
Vaulty needs to play something that's not Galio.
Yeah, Vaulty's really good. There's the same as Cloud9 had that little phase where they were putting jits in on like Galio. Just don't. Like Vaulty can carry the game. I like Vaulty a lot.
I'm gonna say I still won't. A lot of things change from now till week 8.
I will 100% answer Baka Preschool 2-0.
2-0 unknown challenges? I don't think so.
I really don't think that will go to 3 games. At least.
I think that definitely goes 3 games. I think that will definitely probably most likely be the stream game. I hope. Anyways,
I hope so too.
Yeah, because that's the game I want to see. We'll see if both teams are still undefeated then.
I can see the VOD because I work Monday nights.
Yeah. SKT versus NFG. I already answered that one. That was no, that's not the stream game.
Yeah. No.
No. Rainbow Kittens are the stream
No, they
games.
play. SKG plays Rainbow Kittens. NFG is No Fun Gaming, right? I'm assuming No Fun Gaming wins. I have them at 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have them at 3, so I'm assuming they win. I don't know. We'll see though. There's a lot of interesting things. Maybe not next week, but the week after we'll probably do power rankings again. Got to get a couple of weeks in there before we do it.
Yeah, because I don't.
You can't do them every week. That's stupid.
Yeah, and I thought that we only have 1 game. But next week I know is patch week. I was told.
I believe so. I believe we're finally getting a Soraka nerf.
We're getting bruisers and assassins as a jungle.
That I don't know about yet. Cinder's getting buffed. Bahami Cinder. I'm super excited for also.
It's happening. I'm pretty sure in 10.4 it's happening. Darius.
Yeah, I know it's definitely coming. I don't know how that's going to be. I'm very intrigued by that one.
I don't want Talon in my enemy's jungle. I'll tell you.
I don't want Darius in my jungle. Like, what the hell?
I think the biggest stupid thing about that is I don't think that pushes Darius into the jungle. I think Darius just shoves you in and then goes and cues your Krug and it's back to full health. I think that's really
I can see that.
I don't see Darius in the jungle, but I see that making Darius more lane dominant. Now Talon in the jungle, I'm scared of.
I'm actually excited for Bomby Cinder buffs because I am a firm believer in please give me Zach Sejuani in my jungle every game.
Sejuani buff, and then the next patch a really good Cinder.
I'm so excited.
Just so everybody knows, I used to be a Zach one trick, like 100% Zach one trick, and if anything brings my boy back, I'll be happy.
See, my personal preference is I am sick and tired of getting one-shotted from the Rengar, the Kazakhs, getting two-shotted by the J4.
No, they're not doing.
Please bring me back the tanks in the jungle. Junglers can hate me all you want.
And I think right now, it's a really good time. After obviously the jungle isn't the same way that it was, but with the XP nerfs, I think these late game monster tanks, especially with these massive Cinderhulk bugs, there's very, very good reasons to pick Sejuani and Zach now. I think we might be having a tank jungle meta on the horizon, and I will be very happy.
Bring that shit on. Cancer's watching this right now, flaming us into oblivion.
No, please bring it back. I'm sick. I'm sick of being counter jungled. I'm sick of not being able to walk out of my base. Just let me play my champions, please.
Yeah, I'm sick and tired.
I'm sick of losing 14 Braves games in a row. I'm just sick of it.
All right, any last second questions before we call it a day?
Tank meta, let's go. Then our crit ADCs come back. It's just it's just so much healthier.
It's my personal favorite meta, yeah.
The front to back. I'm not as I agree with you on a lot of that. I don't think it's the perfect healthiest meta front to back, but I do enjoy it. I think every meta, some are more healthier than others, but I do really enjoy the front to back team fighting metas with crit ADCs and tank engage. And it's been a while since we've really had that.
Yeah,
so.
that's by far my favorite meta. Yeah, if I have to pick a favorite. So is that it? I know.
Oh, at least he froze in a good spot. Oh, wait, maybe he's coming back. Nope, he did not.
That's okay. Cheese
Yeah,
or
that's
bacon?
okay.
Bacon.
We're about
Cheese.
Bacon.
In general, cheese is so much more versatile. Chad, you're roboting. But yeah, cheese is so much more versatile.
Oh no, bacon you can have breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I can eat a pound of bacon by myself. You can have it on salads, you can have it just regular, you can have it on hamburgers, you can have it on chicken, you can have it on... Yeah, so how is it so much more versatile than bacon?
But because bacon, you have bacon and the applewood smoked bacon. Like bacon is just bacon. Like bacon is really good, but there's so many different flavors of cheese, many different applications for
flavors
cheese.
Of bacon.
You're out of your mind.
You can have applewood bacon, you can have maple bacon, you can have thick cut, you can have center cut, you can have hickory, you can have smoked, you can have...
But you can't just inject bacon into whatever. You can inject cheese into whatever. You're wrong.
I don't agree to that. Because you can't inject cheese into ice cream, and people have put bacon on ice cream, and they make candy bacon.
Are we talking about?
Please get out about this.
What did I come back to?
You get candy bacon, but you don't get candied cheese.
Well, after that, we're gonna call that a night. All right. If you have any more questions about ice cream and bacon, Corky's DMs are always open.
I think it's disgusting. I will never eat it. It was a thing at Denny's. They actually did. They did a maple bacon sundae, and I was just like, ugh. Now, candied bacon wasn't bad. It was like brown sugar bacon. But bacon, yeah. Can we have a stream now? Bacon versus cheese.
You wanted to get a streamed in house. You better make friends with Dr. Feelgood and Corky is what you need to do. Because me and Curbs got some LP to lose. We're excited to hit bronze tonight, aren't we, Curbs?
Hell yeah, we might legitimately hit, but we're both on the cusp of going back.
Yeah, we're going to bronze tonight, boys.
Oh, I'll meet you in bronze then.
I am going to play Lethality.
You got to get there first, Corky.
Don't worry, I might get to bronze before you could even get to gold.
That's possible. It's a very real possibility.
That is a very real possibility.
Alright, have a good night, everybody. We're going to end it here. Remember always that bacon is better than cheese.
Wrong.
Yeah,